Hello my darlings, and welcome back to Henford on Bagley. We are in the area of old New Henford today, and we're back at the Hamlet of Whittington. Last time, we finished off the exterior to the village store itself. Today, we're getting into the interior to the village store and furnishing that. So let's get into game and let's make a start. You can use my code BUMPKIN at checkout on the EA app or at sims.com. I receive a small commission from your purchase and you greatly support me and the channel. Thank you so much. Happy Thursday, my loves, and welcome back to Let's Build the World. And here we are, back at the village store, my darlings. You know what we're cracking on with today. Quite simply, we're just going to be furnishing the inside of the store itself. So this area here that I've already put some wallpaper on, I thought keeping the natural stone in here really looked nice. So that's what I've done. The staff room and also the little bathroom that we've got at the back. And then tomorrow what we're going to be doing is getting up here and furnishing the studio flat that's going to be above it as well. So if you remember, we're going to be making this look a little bit more newer. So this is going to be very IKEA-esque, I would imagine. A little bit modern. That's what I want to go. That's what I want to go ahead and try and make it look like anyway. But yes, village store. This is what we're going to be doing today. So I want to put in areas for like fresh produce, some fridges and stuff to make it look like you can get drinks and things from there. And also just some normal shelves that are stacked with tinned stuff. That's the kind of thing that I want to do. And also I would like to do some kind of area where it looks like it could be a post office. Just a little mini post office area, maybe even on the actual like desk or the till area. I want to put it around about there. So that's what we're going to be doing today. That is indeed what we're going to be doing. So where are we going to be making a start? I think maybe along this wall here. And this is where I want to put the fresh produce. So I want to try and find something that I could display these items on. I'm unsure as to what is in my head just yet. So let me have a hunt through and I'll see if I can find anything. So I think these are the perfect benches. Where are these bloody from anyway? Are they from the gardening thingy? Blooming rooms? I think so. Maybe. Well, there we go. I think having these planters on top of it as well, I'm hoping that it fits on the top part as well without me having to do too much to them. But saying that, why don't we put them flat there? I've had a thought. Why don't we put them flat there and then at the top, let's tilt them against the wall a little bit with the tool mod. We could do that. Is that kind of flat there as well? Oh, it is. That's kind of perfect. So if the tilting doesn't work, we know that we can just put them up flatly. And then I'm going to fill these with kind of like vegetables and bits and bobs, you know, mushrooms, aubergines, all of that kind of vibe. That's what I want to do. Yeah, stunning. Anyway, hello. How are you? I don't think I've properly talked to you this week. I know we had the video yesterday, but that one was kind of pre-recorded, so I didn't really have a chance to say hello. And how are you? How's your week been? What have you been doing? I hope you've been all right, my darlings. I really hope that you have. Yeah, I think so. Can I raise these up one more? I think I probably could, you know. Or can I? Or are they floating? They're floating. They can stay like that. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. We are not going to lose any sleep over that, are we, my loves? The answer to that is absolutely no. No, we are not. Right, let's get these up here. And you down here as well. Yes, I think that's going to be perfect. I mean, they look good flat as well, but I just think they would look a little bit better if they were at a little bit of a jaunty angle. I've done this before with some kind of like food shop. And it just looked really nice, so I wanted to recreate it in this one. Now, tilting these, I think maybe just like a 15-degree angle. Why did you not do anything? There we go. A 15-degree angle might be okay. There we go. There's the 15 degrees, but we do have to elevate this now. I reckon like a 0.2 might be okay, or might be a bit too much. Too much. A 0.1. And there's your 0.1 loves. Yeah, that just fills me with a little bit more joy, that. I think that having that at an angle would be nice. With some like prices or something up here, or some kind of like print. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But let me pull out a variety of things that we can put in all of these places. So here we go. I've started on the mushrooms up here just to see how they kind of fit up here. And I think they're going to fit really well. We'll put them in there. I think I'll do 2 mushrooms. We can only use the oversized stuff anyway, because the rest of the like normal sort of like crops and stuff that we need to plant actually connect with planters. It makes sense, you know? So these actually don't, so we're going to be okay with that. I've put that one there because there is actually like one snap point that doesn't like the mushrooms. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm not going to let you like see me stock up all of these because that would just be boring, wouldn't it? It's going to take me some time to get these kind of filled up and made to look nice. But I think that they will. It's just going to be a little bit of tedious work. And I'm fine with that. I don't mind a repetitive task every now and again, especially when the outcome's going to be nice, hopefully. How far can I take you up there? Oh, we can actually put you up to the top, look. Lovely. So that's what I'm going to do with all of these stuff. We've got some pumpkins, some aubergines, some watermelons, and some lettuce. So let me just fully stock all of this, and then we can have a little look at it at the end. And there we go. We've got all of our veg and bits and bobs all laden out, looking smashing, looking beautiful, looking stunning. So I want to try and find some kind of signage at the top here. Something that looks a little bit like it could be in a store. I don't know what we can find, but we're going to have a look. I think I'm going to... This is a for rent sign, but we're just going to pretend that this is just saying fresh produce or something like that. And with a price that's yet to be written on a little whiteboard underneath, look, with a pen. And I put some garlic up here. I did find this one here, but I think what I'm going to do, I've got rid of the llama sign and I've put this on the outside instead. And that's going to work rather spiffingly good as far as I'm concerned. Yes. Okay. Lovely. Right. What I want to do now is get those fridges in. Now, I'm sure we've got something that looks like a commercial fridge. I just can't remember if it's in the fridge category or not. Now, I've got two of them. One of them looks like it's got proper drinks in, but this one here looks very medicine-y. I prefer the look of this fridge. It definitely fits in here a lot better. Let me just see what that one looks like in a white, actually. That does look a little bit better in a white. But this is the fridge I want to use, I think. We're just going to pretend that that's full of, like, milk and all kinds of, like, drinks instead. You know, use our imaginations. I mean, we've had to for the last decade with this game, haven't we? So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to pop you to there. I don't want it right up against the window. Just a little bit further along would be fine. I think maybe just two of them would be ample amount of fridge space. I think we could make that work. And I might even do one of those bakery looking fridges as well. Oh, they're not a fridge, thing, whatever it's called. This was what I was on about. One of these here. Oh, they look quite good as well. Not in here though. But this one, I think I'll do that in a white too. And just push that up right against it. We're definitely still going to have enough room over there as well for the till area. That's where I want to put it. Might even move that in just a little bit further just to give us the right amount of room there. I think that could work. And then they can sell some like baked goods and stuff then as well. Lovely. Yes. And then this, I'm going to do just a nice line of shelving. And I do know the shelving I want to use, and it's these ones. I'm thinking about putting these in here. In fact, I think these ones here from Get to work a little bit better. But I'm just a bit worried about space. I think they should be able to get even through that area there. Yes. And can I do two more on the other side? Let's have a little goosey gander at this. See if we can. And then these can just be laden with produce. I don't know what I'm going to be putting up there yet. But I think we could make it work. Now, it's not in the center of the room. The reason I did that, I'm trying to give enough space up here to put something. Ugh, I don't think we're going to be able to. It might mean actually going ahead and putting the fridges down even further as well. If I can get you down there and you next to it, my dear, that might be okay. No, it's not going to be. It's too close to this here. I need to think. So this is what we're going to do. I couldn't really find anything that fit in here well. Everything was just a little bit too squished. So I'm going to face this way. If you remember, this is the object we pulled out ages ago for the shop itself. I just thought this looked like somewhere where you could just like come in for some fresh orange juice or fresh something juice. I don't know, maybe even a soup. You never know. And it looks like it's got lovely like bits of produce and stuff to buy from like farm shops and stuff. And I think that's a nice vibe. So I'm happy with that. Yes, we're going to pop you there and we're going to use... Where did I bloody put that? Is it disappeared or is it in the wall? Oh, maybe I just got rid of it altogether. Oh, no, they're out here. I I was like, where the hell's that gone? We're going to use the same things. I think they match in really well. We don't necessarily need to have kind of like high shelving sort of display units in here either. So I'm going to use these instead. I'm going to put these side by side and we're going to fill that up with kind of dry produce. And then this is where the till is going to be. So I'm going to use this rustic range. What's it called? Range rustic counter. And we're going to pop you into there like that. There's a small enough gap there they should be able to get through there. Realistically, if the Sims can't get through there, it doesn't really matter anyway, because this is probably going to be one of the only lots that we don't really use downstairs. It's just all for show, to be honest. We'll put a till on top of there, and then what I want to do is get the same signage as what we've got outside and put it up here as well. Just so it's got a bit of branding in here. I might even put it in quite tight like that. Yes, there we go. Oh, I like it. I'm very happy with that. I think that's going to work out kind of nicely. I might actually bring that back one, just so it flows around there a bit better. Lush. Stunning. Good work. So what we need now is a cash register, my loves. Here we go. And I want to go for something that looks a little bit classic. I know I've said this place has been updated and stuff, but it's still nice to hold on to a few things, from the past. I'll put that in the middle there. We'll kind of make this into a post office area here. I think I'll make it look like you can post letters and stuff with some bits and bobs that I pull out for there. So at least we've got the formation of the shop in now. I know where everything is and where I want everything to go and stuff. So what we're going to be doing is stacking up this place here. So I'm going to pull out a few items that I think would work well. Okay, so I've pulled out some objects that I just think are going to work here. Some might not, like this for some reason. I don't know why I pulled out that, to be honest. But I think the debug objects from Eco Lifestyle, some homemade bottles of stuff. I think cordios, we're going to call them, just so they can be put at room temperature. That's what we're going to say. And this is going to be very, very tedious me doing this. So you know what we're going to do. I'm going to laden this all out everywhere, and then I'll show you the final results. Well, that was tedious. That took me absolutely ages to do that. I had to lift everything up with a 9 key, and yes, well, I think it looks good though. We've got all kinds here. We've got some drinks down here. I'm going to say this is kind of maybe some locally made skincare or something, maybe along those lines. We got some seeds. We got some more bottles of stuff, some more sauces. We've got some detergent, some toothpaste, some powder. I don't know what these are in these boxes. We can pretend that maybe soap. I don't know. Or even laundry, tabs or something like that. Some canned stuff down there and some more bottles of stuff down on that area there. And I think that looks good. I do. I think that looks good and I'm happy with it. One thing I do want to do in here is put in those kind of anti-slip rugs. I think I'm going to put those kind of everywhere where you can imagine people walking through. So if we can do it there, probably going to want to put some in front of the fridges as well, to be honest. Just like that. And hopefully it doesn't look too weird if I just put a couple more here and here as well, just so it's in front of that. I think we can make that work. That's fine. I'm going to pull them in a little bit like that though, just so they're kind of separated. How dare you? Separated through like this. Yeah, I think that could work. I'm not really enjoying the colour though. Maybe we could go for this colour in here instead, just so it's a little bit more fitting with the tones we've got in here. Yes, we're going to go for this one. Yeah, I prefer that colour. I think that works kind of nicely. So we've got a till area here. I want something to make it look like there's a post office. I've pulled out this here for some reason, but that just looks a little bit too antique-y for me. And I want something on the backdrop here. Now, usually this is where the cigarettes are sold and they're kind of hidden behind. They're not allowed to show them in the UK by law. They're kind of hidden behind a door. So I don't think I'm going to do that here. So maybe behind here, instead of tobacco products, why don't we do alcohol? They put alcohol behind the counters sometimes. So hopefully these here would fit on the... Oh, they do, look. Oh, they do indeed. Well, there we go. That we are sold. Yes. Let's get all of this going on behind here instead. Oh, that's going to be the ticket, loves. That is going to be our ticket into the shop. Yes, it is indeed. So let's flop a few of those back there. We'll do this together as well. Why not? I've been stacking the shelves without you today, and I do apologise. I have no idea how long this part is going to be. No idea at all. More. Absolutely more. We've got some... Is this apple? Yes, it is. It's apple nectar. And I think we'll go for another darker bottle on the top here with some berry nectar there and there. Oh, that looks better. Yes, I much prefer that now. Looks like we've got some stuff for sale behind there, doesn't it? I'm very happy. Lovely job. So I need to think about how to make this look like it's some kind of post office. I think what I might have to do is get rid of that there because I've had a thought about something going on there. I'll do a little bit of signage up here as well. I just put this out for a bit of decoration, but now that I've done it, I don't really think it makes sense. Still going to put it there anyway. Let me grab a few things out here to make it look like it could be a post office. So I was thinking about using these little wall-mounted things from Get to Work, but sizing them down so it looks like they could fit letters inside of it. What if I did that right down to about there? Oh, that kind of works, actually. Like a little filing system. I'm still going to put a couple above it, I think. I think that's what I want to do. Like, say, one like there. And then another one here, like so. Oh, that could work. And I've also had an idea about bringing out a few of these cubes up on the wall and make it look like their parcels are going to be delivered from there. That could work too. I've had two ideas, actually. One of them also, which kind of defeats the object of this being a kind of post office. Well, it doesn't. It doesn't. But this is what I've been thinking. I'll show you. About using the actual post box, putting it in from the outside. Sounds a bit filth, but if I like put it to around about, might size you down because you're a little bit too large for what I want to do here. Bring this up to like sim level, maybe around about, let me have a see. Let me see this. That might be a bit too tall. Let's go down another one. Another two, actually. Let's do that. Putting that there, that will come through into the interior, and we can pretend that they get the letters out from here, sort them out, and then the postman comes and collects it. There we go. There's the idea. That's what I'm doing. And I want to get something that kind of resembles parcels up in here. Ah, here they are. Look. Do they? Oh, they do have slots. Lovely. Let's get a few of those in. 1 and 2 there. And I'm going to put this one here in, but size it up, I think. And just go for a bit more of a bigger size. Maybe like a 1.3 would suffice. Let me see. Oh, stunning. A little bit more detail there. And I thought about putting in some grocery bags as well for some grocery deliveries. You know, thinking about that too. Yes, I'm happy. Lovely. Okay, well, I've got everything that I want out in this shop. I don't want too much more in here at all. I want to get a little bit more signage up in here. I would also like some kind of music in here, so a bit of stereo. And then I'm done with the actual main shop itself. And a few touches. Nothing too bad. I've used this like apartment sign. It just looks like it's got like notices and business cards and stuff on. I think that works quite nicely up there. I've also put an exit sign by the door. And I've covered up the mail thing with an ATM. It does fit in there quite weirdly because it's got wheels and stuff on. But I'm still going to do it anyway. I might even put it like that so you can't see the wheels even more. So yeah, it kind of defeats the object of having that post box there, but I really like the way that it looks from the outside. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave it in there. And I also put up a little speaker up here as well. So they've got some music in the shop too. And that is how I'm going to leave the main shop. And we're going to move on to what is going to be the storeroom / mini staff room. Nothing much in here for the staff. I think just a small little fridge with a microwave on top as well. A cheeky microwave. There we go. So at least they've got somewhere to come and eat a bit of food while they are working. So with that being said, I would love to get a table and chairs in here. It's going to be a bit of a squidge for sure, because I want this to kind of look like a storeroom as well, and I don't know how I'm going to go about doing that. Let me get the store stuff in first. And I'm going to go to my favorite thing that I like to use in these situations, and it is this object here from Dine Out. It just looks like it's got like storage stuff on it, and I think that's going to work. If I can just pop you there. Can we change the color to you to... Nope, I was going to say a bit darker. We can't. Let's go lighter instead then. Let's pop you into the corner. Let me see where you are. Yeah, I think that would work quite nicely. And then I could do a table with 2 chairs in here as well. So let's go for this table here. And maybe just some like fold out chairs like these. Maybe not in that colour though. That doesn't really work. It can be darker. There we go. Lovely. But I would like somewhere for them to put their stuff. So maybe if I text search for some lockers, I think I could fit the smaller ones here. Oh, I can, look. If I can grab you there, and then that can be the kind of staff lockers then, you know? Fabulous! Oh, I'm for it. Yes, lovely. And I think maybe just an old rug or something in here just to like make the place look a little bit more comfortable than what it is. Can I use this one and size it up? Let me just see. Yes, same colour as the floor. Fabulous. Maybe a little bit of a cork board up on the wall here. We'll go for this one. Why not? Staff notices, parties, that kind of vibe. It's a very simple room, but I think that's how I would want to keep it, to be honest. Yeah, the only thing missing in here really is a bin. And I don't really know where I can fit a bin. Let's do the bin of dreams and put it there. And then I think what I'm going to do is move that table and chairs and just flop it around about there. So it gives us a bit of room. And then you're not sat right next to a bin then, you know? I think we can do that. You should be able to get through there. It should be fine. It's very simple, but it's to the point, and I think it fits in with the stall that we've got here as well. So, rather boringly, you know what we're going to be doing, and it's a bloody toilet, for goodness sake. So, a little bit of a dated toilet. Let's go for this one. Pop you to there. An older style sink. Let's use the base game one. This one here. A mirror with some storage. And a loo roll. Let's pop you to around about there like that. And I might just bring some objects in here to make it look like they could clean and stuff in here as well, you know. So let's put a bit of that up there. A little hand washing station there. Some extra toilet rolls, why not? And a small little sanitary bin for the toilet itself. There we go. Rather boring, but I think that's going to work. And there we are. That is how we've done it today. I'm happy with how it turned out. I really am. I do realise that I've been stacking a lot of this off of camera, so you probably haven't seen a whole lot of this place being done. But it's too bloody late for that now, isn't it? I will be back tomorrow anyway. I'll be back tomorrow and we're going to be furnishing the whole upstairs. So this is going to be the studio flat above the village store. And then next week we're going to be moving on to here. And I've got something exciting planned for this. I want your help with this. You're going to be making me a sim or a family that are going to be living above the florist. I want storylines, loves. I want it all. But I'll give you more details on everything tomorrow. On hashtags and stuff like that we're going to be using. But that's it, my loves. I'm going to leave you now. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, I'll be back tomorrow with the next part of this. Leave me some lovely comments down below and I'll see you all in the next part. Goodbye.